Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new anime recommendations video. That's right, I brought over an anime recommendations video because I feel like I have not talked about anime in a while, so I hope you guys are looking forward to this. There has been a lot of really great animes this season, and obviously I have a list of 4 animes, but there's more that I will also bring to the fold shortly after I announce the 4. So, to start off with, we'll start with 100 Girlfriends That Really Love You, or Love Me, or however it's pronounced. And 100 Girlfriends is about this guy. He gets rejected multiple times. His name is Aji Ritaro or something. I forget how you pronounce his name, but essentially, in this whole entire series, he basically, before entering high school, he gets rejected by his girlfriend, and that was like his 100th time he got rejected. And then eventually, he goes to a special shrine that tells him somewhat of a fortune, and saying that gives him some amount of the power to attract a lot of women. And it's like, he basically says, oh, you'll feel a zing the second, you see a nice girl or whatever. So, the beginning, once he enters high school, he then meets up with, well, he first starts off by meeting 2 girls, Hakari and I forget what the other one is. But essentially, yeah, there's just a lot of great moments. The most recent one, which was episode 5, let's just say that the girl, I think her name's AI or EI, however she's pronounced. She is by far the coolest waifu imaginable. She is, my god, amazing. She is just a well-known figure. I adore her. I think that she's probably one of the coolest ones because she posed about so many things that are meaningless, like maternity and stuff like that, and I just feel like, yeah, that's kind of like how I feel. I mean, if you think about in current day's climate, yes, there's a gigantic thing when it comes to dating, because apparently there's just a lot of stuff going on in terms of Western dating. Now, dating in other countries, it's completely different. When it comes to girlfriends, I know Japanese women make the best girlfriends, but of course, once you marry them, the mask comes off, and then they are basically a chi-chi. And how are they a chi-chi? Essentially, they'll nag you and do all sorts of stuff, and that's just how it works. But I know every culture is completely different, so there you go. But yeah, this is definitely a well-recommended anime. I would highly suggest you guys to watch, because believe me, you will not be disappointed at all with the series. I think you guys will actually love the series. It's a little bit of an ecchi/harem. There is a panty moment, so yes, you will see a panty, maybe a couple panty shots within the anime, because hey, you know what? Hey, this is nerd culture, and this is anime culture, and us Western men, we love, Western otakus, we love panty shots. We love seeing women's panties. It's just, hey, panties are God's way of saying, hey, you know what? Here's a list of really cool, awesome panties of what women have to wear, and they're amazing. I mean, hell, I work at a retail place, and during one of the times there was a fire, and I, literally the following day, I ended up doing nothing but folding women's panties and undergarments and whatnot. And yes, I felt like I was a perverted person for doing it, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, definitely check it out. The next on my list is Tear Moon Empire. Now, the start of this is about this girl. It starts off with how she somehow got locked up in prison because of something that she did, and it really doesn't explain like very much of what happened until till the very beginning, like right after she gets her head sliced by the guillotine, because essentially she wakes up in a new realm. I mean, she's still the same person, but all of her stuff that happened, it gets recorded, and so she basically tries to do her best to avoid. She does her best to try to avoid getting the guillotine, because it is what it is. But yeah, it's definitely a well-worthy one. And there's just, the narrator for it is really funny. He's outlandishly funny. Yeah, there's not really much I could say, but yes, it's definitely well-worthy anime. It's definitely like a shoujo type of anime, so if you guys are into shoujo or fantasy types, definitely check out Tear Moon Empire. A highly recommended one that's second from the list. Alright, for those out there who have never watched Dr. Stone, or have, Season 2 has already been unleashed. So yeah, there's 5 total episodes currently. Well, actually, I think there's it's either 4 or 5. Anyways, Season 2 for Dr. Stone is already out, so definitely check out Season 2 if you already have seen the first season of Dr. Stone. What's the story about? Well, it takes off about after whatever happened in the first season. And yeah, the second, Season 2 is all about the Kingdom of Science, where it's led by, I forget his name now, but he's known as Dr. Stone, and he is a science/chemist. He spends all of his time studying and coming up with a formula that will basically what will do? Oh yeah, it will basically revive you with a special reviving fluid that will turn you from being into a stone to back to being a human. So yeah, so if you guys have not seen the first season of Dr. Stone, definitely check out the first season before you go to Season 2, because you'll be caught up with everything if you have not seen Season 1. And yeah, it's pretty good. I'm liking it so far. Still find some good moments. And then the last recommendation for my list is The Vexation of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. What can I say about this? Well, let's see. So this princess, she's a vampire, but she's also a shut-in, but she tries not to be. I think her name is something Kumari. That's her. That's essentially her name. And she serves under one of the Crimson Lords, in terms of like an empire, sort of. And let's just say that her maid is really has a thing for getting into the nude and essentially being flirtatious with the woman she's basically being the maid for. So there we go. Pretty much for the most part, she has a well-known lot of enemies. The most recent episode had pretty much, like, later on within that episode was apparently she somehow made the headline of a newspaper, and apparently there were a whole bunch of merchandise of a picture of her in a really looking weird way on a shirt, and it is absolutely by far hilarious. And of course, one of the Crimson Lords comes up to her, guessing she's a well-known figure amongst all vampires, and she herself kind of like comes off as the jealous type, because of the fact is that Kimari pretty much has shown how an amazing vampire she can be, except that her maid kind of like helps does just most of the work for her, and she commands the army, her own Valor army of some kind. And what really sets it apart is the fact is that she, what is it she does? Oh yeah, in the very beginning of the first episode, so she meets with she meets up with her own little army, except that one of the guys in the army apparently has it out for her and ends up trying to punch or kill her or whatever. But then all of a sudden she just does like some sort of like leap attack and ends up doing like 2 or 3 kills on the guy while the others just don't do anything. And yeah, it's definitely a well-worthy one if you guys are into vampires and shit. I definitely say that the maid for that one is just she's great. She's an amazing one. She apparently can share her blood with another person and allows her body to be used as a weapon, and it's interesting. You'll find out what I mean if you watch the latest episode. I think there's about the 5th episode, I believe. But yeah, if you watch it, I think it's like the timestamp is either at 3 point something or 3 minutes and 8 seconds to 5 minutes and 8 seconds, somewhere around there. But it turns out to be pretty good. So yeah. And now here are some side type of animes for those out there who are more interested in the more awesome other ones that are out. Like, for those who are interested, who have already seen Spy X Family, there's the 2nd season for Spy X Family. I've only seen the first, few episodes of the 1st season. I am not caught up with everything else. But yes, you can watch Spy X, the 2nd season for Spy X Family. It's already out, so there you go. Let's see, in terms of other ones, The Rising of Shield Hero, Season 3, that's already out. I still am trying to catch up with The Rising of Shield Hero Season 2, because I've already finished the first season, so I'm now on the 2nd season. And so far it's good. I need to get back to watching more of it. And, I think there's a 2nd season for Goblin Slayer that's also out there, so yeah. If there's any other animes recommendation video, if there's any other animes I have not just recommended, there's more. I highly, if you guys are not really interested in paying money for anime, like either on Crunchyroll, Funimation, or whatever, I would definitely recommend going to Aniwave. Originally it was called 9anime, but definitely go to Aniwave. It's really cool, awesome place because you can watch anime for free over there. You don't need to pay anything, and each episode is really good. I didn't put Bleach, the Bleach Blood War, whatever, because obviously after hearing what happened to the OG voice actor who played Yoruichi, and she got somehow traded in with a replacement, and then eventually I think it was I forget which company it was, either Funimation or someone, but eventually they it came to their attention that it's okay, apparently the anime fans who saw the original Bleach want the original actor for Yoruichi back, and there we go. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't really care much about to watch the new the Blood War version, because I mean it's cool, and I think the graphic quality is definitely improved, but I think I'll just stick with watching just the original Bleach, just because it is what it is. But whenever I do feel like I want to watch Blood War, I'll just watch it whenever, obviously. I mean, it will be around for all eternity, even if it just ends up just being on Funimation's thing, but I'm not willing to support Funimation because type of reasons. I'm not willing to name one of the reasons. But yes, everything else, yeah. If you guys have not watched my Let's Play for Sun Adventures, the second episode, you can check it out. You can check it out over on my YouTube channel. If you loved everything that you heard and you've seen from this video, and you also love the background, the anime background, feel free to definitely subscribe, give it a like, comment down below, and share it amongst other anime otakus. I know some of the animes I just listed off might not be for everybody, but for those out there who are either into shoujo, harem, ecchi, whatever, definitely check out the list of animes. And, yeah, definitely check them all out. Definitely, you know, you can check them out either... Not all the animes will be on Crunchyroll, so definitely check out Anime Wave. You can also go to HIDIVE. The Vexation of a Shonen Vampire is on HIDIVE, so you can definitely check it out there if you're not interested in going to Anime. That's totally fine. HIDIVE is actually slightly cheaper than Crunchyroll, but I know Crunchyroll is a well-known, well-versed anime place to watch anime, and it's only about $7 versus HIDIVE, which is about $5. So there's about a $2 to $3 difference there. But anyways, that about covers it. This is Anime Core 5. I hope you guys did actually enjoy this awesome episode, this awesome actual anime recommendations video, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.